Damn. All right, we here. Let me get this question. Ali, who needs to make more changes in the community to bring men and women closer together? Right, because we so far. So between men and women, do the men need to make more changes to bring that bond closer together, or do the women need to make more changes to bring us closer together?
The woman is not even
Hmm.
close.
Not
She
even
controls.
close.
She controls if a baby come in this world. She control who has sex, and she control if a relationship occurs. So she has to give permission to everything. That's the power of the submission part. If she
Hmm.
don't want to touch you, she don't want to be in your vicinity. She don't want you to get inside her. She don't want you to kiss her. Ain't nothing happening. If she wants a family, we're gonna have families. If she don't want a family, we're not gonna have families. So if she leave with sex, that's what we're gonna do. If she wants to be a wife, that's what we're gonna do too.
Okay, so you don't think we control access to relationships?
We control the so Fatty corrected me, and not to stand by. We give the relationship, but they still control if they're going to stay in the relationship. So it don't matter if we give them the relationship. If they choose to leave, they still control that aspect of it. We can't do nothing about that. If they say I'm out of here, I can't make her stay. But I do give the relationship. If I see her as valuable, she sees me as valuable, we will stay together. But a relationship isn't happening unless she wants to work for the relationship and be loyal to the relationship. If she don't want to be loyal to it, ain't no relationship. It don't matter how special of a man you are.
Damn. How far away of like friend, let's like that last point. Are women improving at all from what you see
No.
anecdotally? No.
They're engaging in self-love and self-discovery. They're getting to 40 years old still looking for themselves. So if they can't find themselves and we can't find them, I don't know who's gonna find them. But no, as long as they've been everything they doing is benefiting themselves and their own happiness, and there's not a responsibility and duty to the man and the family. No, we just gonna keep going getting worse.
Damn. Okay. Ro was making a bunch of faces. Oh, Ro, I seen you making a bunch of faces when Ali was talking. Did you want to respond?
I disagree, and I'm gonna go back to the discussion that was brought up this afternoon. Um, I believe that the man leads, and when he leads, he sets the tone. And as the woman, we automatically will read off your tone. If you don't like us, we'll know, right? Based off your actions, based off your words, based off of what you do. If you do like us, we'll react based off of what you do and what you say. So the things that we do, I agree that now we have room to have self-discovery, but it is based off of what we didn't discover or what was not taught to us. And so therefore what you're seeing is always going to be a reaction of the men in our lives. It is not going to necessarily be because we don't like you or we don't want to be in the relationship. We are reacting to what you are giving. That is just our natural stance. It may look like we're initiating, but we are ultimately reacting to what's been given or not given. And you as the lead, you are going to dictate what happens. So if you don't like me and we're in a relationship and I'm having these feelings like you're cheating, then I'm reacting based off of what you're giving. That is what it is. And I think the only way that that's going to come is if everybody can know themselves and be able to understand themselves. And that's how relationships work. You either decide you're going to be there or you're not. But the man actually, I feel, takes the lead and he dictates what happens. Y'all can look at me funny, but it's true.
So what if I say no to you?
If you say no, then that's it. Now if she says no, right? If you're saying if she's I think I've heard on here before where
stop the cap.
It's not capping him. If I've heard on this panel where women will pout because they've done something or whatever the case is, and they've been dealing with these type of women. You have not sat as the lead, as the man, and figured out what type of woman are you attracting. If you keep attracting the same type of woman, that's what you're getting. It's always a reaction.
So all these women getting divorced and getting out of relationships, like can the man control them and say, no, you stay over here, we're
No,
going to fix
No.
this?
no, what I'm saying is the man takes the lead. If your wife is telling you that you are treating her a certain way or she's not getting something, and
Hmm?
you say, well, I'm not changing, I'm me, and this is who I am, the reaction is going to be shut down. She's done.
Okay, so who is the leader? If I have to do what, one second, if I have to do what you want to do for our relation to be actually healthy, who is the leader? If every time I do something that you don't want me to do, oh, let's do renovations on a kitchen. No, I'm the leader, and you deny me sex for 2 weeks. Who is the leader?
I didn't say anything about the fact that you guys, that it is not about what I want you to do. If you are treating me
Hmm?
a certain way, and I
Yes.
am telling you you are treating me a certain way, and
Hmm?
you respond or you have no response or you are not trying to find out what you're doing to stop making me feel a certain way, that's not going to work. She is going to shut down.
So
That
you
is
are the
a
lead. So you
reaction.
are the leader. Either I conform to what you
No,
want
that's
me
a
to do,
reaction to what
or
you're
we
doing.
no. So this is what Ali was saying, right? Women are trendsetters. If women tomorrow say we love men that take pens, me and Ali tomorrow saw take pens. If you say we love men with Hyundai's instead of we want Ferraris and Lamborghinis, we're going to the Hyundai dealership to get a car that you guys love. If you guys say we love men that go to church, most of men on Sundays will be on church. If you close your legs and you say I only will give away these if you actually put a ring on my finger, most men will literally start to actually invest in you way before putting a ring. But it's because you guys are not setting the right rules in mass. Some women are doing it, and most of women are not. Men are just trying to get what they can. When women in mass decide what they want, men comply. That's what was happening 70 years ago when you guys would mop on your legs if you didn't have a ring on your finger. Instead of men deciding, no, you guys are going to open your legs and we're going to have sex before marriage, I now have to talk with your father. Now I have to court you. Now I have to treat you better so I can qualify to be your husband. So these men are the leaders for most of the times is a fallacy, because if that was the case, when a man says no, when the man denies you what you want, when a man says you're not going to get what you want, the relationships will be nice, will run their course, because the person that is a follower will say, that's perfect, let's keep going. But what happens usually is retaliation. So men are the leaders in paper, but actually when the woman is mad, when the woman is done, when the woman actually resents the man, the relationship is done immediately. Men have been on relationships being uh, uh, um, miserable for decades. A man can stay on a relationship miserable for decades as long as his wife is happy, as long as his kids is happy, keep going and going and going, because he actually there's a way that he loves. A woman can be miserable for 6 months before she actually gets her shit unbounced. So
Well,
who is the leader?
the man
Who
will
is the
stay in
leader?
that relationship miserable and he'll go cheat, or he'll go have multiple children, or
Yeah.
he'll go and give STDs. Like, let's not have this
I'm
conversation.
not saying that men are better
Well,
than
no, let's
women.
stop, because you said,
No, I didn't say that.
no, you said if a man is miserable, he'll sit there and he'll be miserable.
No. What I said is a
No,
man is
that
going
is
to
what
do
you
is
said.
I didn't say that. I said when a man can be miserable and still do his duty towards his family. A woman will not be miserable for decades. That's a woman of old
Because
age.
one decided he gonna sit there and be miserable instead of living in his truth and tell that he's not feeling right. He'll
Well,
go and cheat. Where a
well,
And then,
woman will say, "No, I'm not going to deal with this, and I'm going to leave."
and she will leave.
That is
well
Well,
the
then
difference.
why are there more men in general married than women, and there's a million more married black men than women?
But
Why
men are not.
70% of
But
black?
men are still
No, no,
cheating,
no. I'm
Ali.
asking you. I didn't cut you off. Let me
I
ask my
mean, that's what
question.
I'm answering your
Why? No, no,
question.
no. Why are they getting married? So no, you're saying the men are the leaders. There's a million more black men married than women. 70% of our women, no one is getting married to, right? So can you be specific? Are you talking about a certain percentage of men, or are you talking about the general populace of men,
I'm gonna
who are treating? Because if he's mistreating you, how did he get you? Most of us ain't mistreating you to get you. So why, if you dealing with those kind of men, which men talk about, you dealing with the so-called Pookies and Ray Rays, they're getting the babies. The guys that's there to respect you and treat you well, you give pushback to. But the guy who hypes you up and makes you feel good and tells you everything you want to hear, and the liar, so, like you trying to say, that's who you giving the babies to and having sex with. But the guy who got standards and boundaries and who tells you the truth, tells you how he wants you to conduct yourself, tells you how he wants the kids to be, tells you how to dress, and actually leading you, you push back and leave that guy.
I'm not being rude, but was there an actual question in that? Because you asked her a question, but you didn't let her answer. So was there a real question for her?
Well, the first part, I just said if that's it kind of rhetoric question though. There's a million more married black men than black women.
That is
so.
True.
If we're mistreating you so bad, how are we way more married? A million more married black men. You can Google if you want to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
How we mistreating you?
I didn't say mistreatment like abuse. What I'm trying to say is, if you're in a marriage, it does not stop. And as Hamp said earlier today, what's that got to do with anything? You guys will still fulfill your marriage duties, but that does not mean that you will still be faithful to your wife. That does not mean that you will not go out of your marriage and get another woman pregnant, causing more financial burden.
Bro, but I guess how is that a reply to what Fatty said?
Yeah,
because Fatty didn't.
Let me ask you something to the panel. Can we agree that men and women cheat at the same rate? Both of us cheat. Can we agree that men and women cheat at the same rate? Men want to cheat, women want to cheat on the same rate. It's not men 70% and women 10%. Can we agree on that?
No. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say.
So you guys think that men cheat harder? So
it's what data is saying. Men are cheating because it's their nature. Women are cheating because they settle with the guy they didn't want.
Women
let me ask you. Okay, let me ask you.